Welcome to this session in Pro Engineer. In this tutorial, we'll be discussing Revolve feature, and it's important to realize that the Revolve tool is one of the most important tools Pro Engineer offers, second only to Extrusion tool. Between the Extrusion tool and the Revolve tool, you should be able to create just about any basic 3D object. Now in this session, we will also highlight some of the material that was discussed in the lecture, as well as the tutorial itself. So before we start, I'd like to make a habit of setting your working directory. So I'll click on File, Set Working Directory, and my folder is on the desktop, Pro E Course, and Revolved, and click OK. Next, we'll start creating the file. So click on New, ensure that the part option is, and type in the name of the file, which is in this case T10 underscore your last name, and click OK. First, we'll have to define the cross section of the Revolve feature, which is going to be placed on the front datum plane. So click Sketch. As the Sketch dialog box opens, define the sketch plane to be the front datum plane and the reference to be the right datum plane and with the right orientation. So select front, the reference is the right datum plane and the right orientation, and click on Sketch. Every time you're about to create a Revolve feature, you will need a center line. That center line becomes the axis of revolution. So make it a habit to start with the center line before you even draw any other geometry. Now to define a center line, you need two left mouse clicks, and in this case it lies right on the right datum plane, so one click, two. And next we will be defining the cross section of the object. So change to Align tool and create the first line. Now one thing about Pro Engineer is it seems to create everything way out of scale. So what I really like to do here is to define the first element, which brings everything to scale. This is supposed to be 0.6 away from the center line, and it should be 2.85 in length. Now as you do this, it will be bringing everything to scale. And now we go back to sketching the profile of the cross section. As usual, we will draw the profile with very little attention to accuracy, which will be established later. We need to add a fillet to this line here. So click on the fillet tool, and you need to select this line and this line, and there is your fillet. Now to modify the dimensions, we always start with smaller dimensions. So I'm going to go to the Select tool and 0.25. And this is 2.85, which we already had created. Now next I want to show you how to create diameter dimensions. Diameter dimensions are done a little bit different from the regular dimensions. So select the Dimension tool. Now diameter dimension requires 3 left mouse clicks and 1 middle mouse click. So we'll start, we need to dimension this line to the center line, this line here to the center line, and this line here finally to the center line. So left mouse click on the line, another left mouse click on the center line, go back, and a third left mouse click on the line itself, and a middle mouse click to place the dimension. Now the middle mouse click, what it does, it defines where the text goes. So while the Dimension tool is selected, we go back to this line here, left mouse click. Now just make sure that you do get the center line. Left mouse click on the center line, go back, and another left mouse click on the line itself, and a middle mouse click where you want to place your text. Finally, for this line, diameter dimension I want to show you a different way that you could create a diameter dimension. You could do this backwards to where the two left mouse clicks are on the center line and one only on the line itself. So let's start. Left mouse click on the center line, left mouse click on the line, another left mouse click on the center line, and a middle mouse click where you want to place your dimension. It works. Now we need to modify the dimensions to fit the design intent. This is 1.2, which happens to be correct. The dimension is 3.25, 3.25. Dimension here on the bottom is 8 units, so 8.00. And this seems to define our cross section. Except, while the sketch is selected, and that's in red, and if it isn't, for some reason it isn't selected, just select it from the model tree. So you select it, it turns to red, click on the Revolve tool, and this way it links it right here. You see how it links sketch 1? Make sure that revolution here is variable and it's 360 degrees. Now notice you could select just about any amount of degrees. This is 180, and notice what happens to the display. This is 270, but we happen to need 360. Accept and build. In the next segment of this tutorial, we'll be creating a sketch hole. Now, a sketch hole is very close to a Revolve tool, and you'll see what I mean as we go on. So click on the hole command. As it opens, select the placement, and the placement is on this surface. Now change the type to diameter, and for the diameter you need to select an axis, and which is the axis of revolution. That lies right here. So go to the offset reference selector, click in there, change your filter to axis, and select this axis. While this is selected, you need to select the datum plane to offset it, which will generate that angle or dimension that you're looking for.